Now it's to Schneider. Schneider is pickpocketed by Peterson, comes back down with a fast break, up and off the glass and in. Weiss goes for the steal, can't get it, then driving in his grab, she's blocked by Ripley. 3 seconds to go, inside pass to Chernow, turnaround shot is in at the buzzer. Chernow makes her first basket right as the clock expires in the first quarter. Emory is on top 18-15. Lawrence back to Johnson. Johnson inside the paint, spins, nowhere to go, kicks out, stuck, wide open from three, and he buries it. Mahoney with it. Inside to Flynn, and it is rejected by Lawrence Rowley. She gives it to Say, who brings it across the court. Back to Weiss, open from deep, and it's in. 3-2, finally to Arado. 8 seconds to shoot, and a shot is put up just in front of the arc by Chernow, and it finds its home. Chernow continues to be on fire. That's now 13 points for her in this game. It's 45-34. Emory on top. Rochester now with it. Okoniski inside the paint. Turnaround. Puts up the hook shot off the glass and in. Okoniski is now in double digits. 10 points for her. Lindsay Say coming back quickly. Finds a lane. Tough shot. And it hits off the glass and finds its way into the basket. Tough shot there by Say. She has 6 points in this one. 47-36. 11-point lead for the Eagles. Fast action here in the third quarter. Coming down with it now is Foley. Foley, very tough shot, somehow makes that underhanded layup. And it's now 47-38. Emory still on top. Arado gets the pass from Say just to the left, or just to the right of the block there. Tries to put up a tough shot off the glass. It doesn't fall. Goes into the hands of the Yellow Jackets. Lindemuth has it near the Eagles logo. Now passes it over to Foley. Foley, tough pass is saved by Ludwig as she leaps out of bounds to keep it in play. Now a three put up by Foley, well short. Skims off the underside of the rim and goes out of bounds. So a great save by Ludwig, but it goes for naught. And the Eagles take over. Just over 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. Lindsay Say will work right side. Stops the dribble. Again, tries to find a lane to the left, but can't find it again. Finally dish it over to Arado. Arado working her way left to right. Now back to the left side. Hands it to Lindahl from three, and she buries it. Lindahl with her second three of the game. She's up to 10 points now. 50-38. Emory on top. Inside is Okoniski for Rochester. Spins in the paint. Shot spins around the rim and finds its way home. Okoniski now with 12 points. She continues to have a fantastic game. 50-40, 10-point lead for the Eagles. Huggins to Lindahl. Lindahl, long pass to Chernow. Wide open three, and it's just off the heel of the rim. No good from the right corner. Rebound is picked up by Lindemuth. Some contact there, and they're going to get Tori Huggins for the foul. Her first foul of the game. And it will be Callie McCulley inbounding it to Tessa Ludwig, Rochester. Okoniski working her way right towards the Rochester bench. Now dished it off to Foley. Foley. And now it's Okoniski. Okoniski driving in, tries a left-handed hook shot. Hits off the heel of the rim, and Say will take over. Say to Huggins. Huggins inside the paint, tries to put up a tough shot, doesn't fall. Battling for the ball were her and Okoniski, and it will remain Emory ball. Okoniski with the last touch. Blair Ripley enters the game for Emory and gets the inbound from Say, hands it back to her. Now Lindahl fakes a shot from the top of the key, now working left side. Puts the brakes on, back to Arado. Arado to Say. Say working left side, has a lane and hits it off the glass, and it falls home. Lindsay Say continues her scoring, up to 8 points for her. 6.5 to go here in the third quarter. It's 52-40. Emory with the lead. Rochester with the ball, and a whistle is called, as there's going to be a foul on Erin Lindahl. It's her first foul. Inbounding it is Ludwig. Ludwig gives it to Sestrick. Sestrick over to Lindemuth. Lindemuth jumper from just inside the arc, and that finds its way. Lindemuth is up to 10 points now. Coming back down quickly are the Eagles, and a three is buried by Chernow from the right corner. Chernow is absolutely on fire. It's 55-42. Chernow with 16 points in this contest for the Eagles. Sestrick hands it off to Lindemuth. Lindemuth just to the left of the key. Thought about battling Lindahl and then put the brakes on. Kicks it out to Loiseau. Loiseau loses the handle of it. It's picked up, though, by Ludwig, but then she loses it, and the Eagles will take over. Chernow working in front of the Emory bench. Lob pass to Arado, almost loses it, but does grab at the last second. Back out to Ripley, top of the key. Ripley to Say, wide open Lindahl, and it's short off the iron, but she goes for her own rebound, but is thrown to the ground. And it will remain Emory ball, as that'll be a foul on Rochester. Foul will go against Sestrick, her second. So 55-42, Emory leads Rochester with 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Say will inbound to Chernow on the right wing. Chernow holding onto the ball, now working left. Almost found a lane, now retreats right, under the basket, back out to Arado. 8 seconds to shoot for Emory. Three put up by Weiss, and it's no good, but the rebound is grabbed by Arado. She tries to put up a shot and is fouled by Mayer, who was on the ground. Reached out and grabbed Arado, and Arado will go to the free throw line the first time today. Second foul for Mayer. Timeout is now called. There were no timeouts called in the first half by either side. This is the first timeout called of the game. I believe it was called by Rochester. 55-42, Emory leads with 5:15 to go here in the third quarter. So far, Allison Chernow is having an absolutely fantastic game. 16 points for her. She already has 5 in this third quarter, including a big 3. Big quarter for Lindsay Say. She has herself 4 points already. 8 points on the day. And on the other side of the court is Juliana Okaniski with 4 more points already to add to her 8. 12 points for her today. And then 10 points for Hannah Lindemuth. A lot of scoring in this one. Again, already 55-42 with just still 5:15 to go in the third quarter. Heading to the line is going to be Anna Arado for the first time this afternoon. Arado shooting 90% from the free throw line so far this season, 9 of 10. Timeout's over. She spins the ball, few bounces, and buries the first one without a problem. Makes the score 56-42. Arado, second one, finds its way as well. 57-42 the score. Emory on top of Rochester. With it now for the Yellow Jackets is Mayer, working right side. Now dishes it over. 3 is put up and does not fall. 3 put up there by Lindemuth. And Emory will take over. Chernow, left wing. Back and forth to Ripley, just to the right of the key. Now finds a lane. Tough shot inside the paint. No good. Goes for her own rebound, but instead knocks it out of bounds. Huggins with it. Dish it over to Chernow on the left side. She loses the handle of it, and it goes out of bounds. Vikings ball.
And Emory coming out in a press in this second quarter. See if they can get some more pressure on the basketball.
And the Vikings have dominated possession for the first quarter. Morning drives straight through to Eagles. Dish it off to Frazier. Puts up an air ball. A little bit too strong, and now Eagles back with it. Long pass to Chernow over on the left side, waiting for her teammates to join her. She's going to now dish it back over to Weiss. Weiss back to Chernow. Now it's over to Brock, puts it up, and it's no good off the heel of the rim, but it's picked up by Arado. Now given to Huggins, and she buries it.
And the Vikings with no trouble with that press during that first possession. We'll see if Emory can find some more success this time.
Long pass there to Moore. She puts up a shot off the glass, no good. Back to the Eagles. Brock coming down with it. Gonna pass it over to Weiss. Weiss inside pass to Arado. Back out to Huggins near the elbow. Back out to Weiss, and she drains another three. Weiss with her second three of the ball game.
Yeah, coming into this game, Weiss was 16 for 35 on threes and 100% from the free throw line, so it's clear she's a shooter.
Morning's pass is picked off by the Eagles. Coming back down is Weiss. She is on the fast break, lays it up and in. So Weiss with two big shots there. It is now 22-14 as Emory starts to pull ahead of Barry here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that press has clearly gotten Barry a little bit sped up. Even if the steals haven't come directly from the press, as soon as Barry's gotten into their offense, they've been a little bit discombobulated, a little bit unable to find that flow offensively. And so just that little disruption has led to a couple of quick baskets for the Eagles.
You can see them call a timeout there, trying to reset themselves after this change of pace by the Eagles. Press keeping everything moving. And Barry's done a good job of getting through it and getting shots. They just haven't been taken advantage of in the last two times. So we'll see what these two squads do. Again, Emory with an 8-point lead here in the second quarter. Seen a lot of play at the point guard position already from Claire Brock. Seems like she's getting a pretty big look.
And Coach Jackson dropping out of that press now, assuming that during that timeout the other coach put in something to the effect of breaking the press. So Coach Jackson just wanting to give a new look and get out of it for a few minutes.
Shot put up by Moore, but she runs into contact and falls down to the hardwood. So it will be a foul called on Emory. And Moore will go to the line for a couple of shots. The foul is on Claire Brock, her first foul of the ball game. Kenny Moore dribbling a couple times. First shot up and in, no problem. Moore 53% from the stripe this season. Already makes the first one. It's now 22-15. Emory still on top. Moore spins the ball, couple of dribbles, bends the knees, lofts that one straight through, makes both of them. Now it's 22-16, but Emory right back on the attack. Huggins top of the key, left-hand dribble, dish it over to Chernow on the left side. Runs into a little bit of trouble, dish it over for Weiss, puts up a three, and it's just a little strong off the iron. And it will go back in the hands of the Vikings. Parsons with the ball on the right wing now. Trying to look for somewhere to go, gets a little space, puts it up from the free throw line and buries it for two more. And it's now 22-18.
Parsons definitely with the hot hand in the past two games. Coach Jackson specifically mentioned how well she'd been playing lately and that the Emory guards were supposed to look out for her and really have a hand up as they're guarding her to keep her from getting wide open shots.
Chernow with it on the left wing. Finds a lane, tries to put up a shot, and she is rejected by Kennedy Moore.
Chernow clearly thinking that was going to be a foul called, but I think it was a pretty clean block.
Yeah, definitely good job there by Moore, 5'10 sophomore against the 5'6 Chernow. But it is still Emory ball. Lindsay Say ready to inbound it under the basket. Her pass is blocked by Morning, who comes back down with it, almost stripped, but holds on to it, battles with Weiss, passes it to Moore. She puts up a rough shot that goes all the way over the backboard, and it will be Emory ball. So we've seen a couple of plays like that where Barry looks like they're getting something going, but then they just haven't been able to finish.
It does. They've had a little bit of trouble in transition, just finishing, connecting with their teammates in transition.
Lindsay Say now in front of the Barry bench, dished it over to Lindahl. Lindahl to Chernow in the left corner. Now working back right against Moore. Long pass to Weiss on the right wing. And now it's going to be Lindahl just to the left of the key. Chest pass back to Weiss. 7 seconds to shoot for the Eagles. Chernow with it. She shoots from three and just off the iron, no good. Back into the hands of the Vikings. Back down with it now was Blankenship. Dish it back to Parsons on the left side. Now it's inside to Sandman. Nowhere to go. Now Moore, now to Morning. Moore puts it up though, and she hits off the rim again, and back to the Vikings.
And so far, Emory is winning the rebounding battle 13-10 for total rebounds.
3 put up by Weiss for the Eagles, no good. Rebound grab by Lindahl. She puts up a shot and makes it. Crashes all the way to the hardwood, but makes the shot anyway.
Yeah, great hustle play by the senior and a great finish over a taller post player.
24-18, Emory in the lead, under 6 to play here in the first half. Morning passed it over to Parsons on the right wing. Couple of dribbles, runs into Huggins, has to go around her, dish it over to Moore, who has some space. Instead, pass it inside to Morning. She puts it up inside the paint, no good off the rim, picked up by the Eagles. Say with it. Dish it over to Chernow in front of the Vikings bench. Now to Huggins inside, tries to split the defenders, puts up a tough shot, no good. A little bit of contact there, but no foul is called.
And both teams seem to have a struggle getting into their offensive sets in these past couple minutes.
24-18, Emory with the lead. Just over 5 to play. Morning from deep, no good off the glass. And now it's into the hands of Chernow and the Eagles.
We'll see if Emory slows up here to set up something offensively for a set play.
Chernow driving right towards the free throw line, puts up a shot short. And the Vikings will take over.
And I think that's the moment when a senior has to pull the ball back, set a set play, and kind of settle their team down. The quick shot wasn't the best move for Allison in that situation.
Pass by Morning is knocked out of bounds by Say. We were talking a little beforehand just how good Say is defensively, especially on the takeaways. Averages over 3 steals per game.
Yeah, she's been a remarkable senior for this team. She's also on the offensive end, has a 4.8 assisted turnover ratio. So it's absolutely incredible for a point guard. And you can trust that she's not going to turn the ball over when the ball's in her hands.
Parsons with it for the Vikings, passes it to Blankenship. Blankenship moving left, back to Parsons on the left wing. Fake step there, now drives into the paint, kicks it back out. Blankenship from 3, and it's no good, just off the right side of the rim, and back to the Eagles it goes. Under 4.5 to play now. 3 is put up by Ripley, but it hits off the heel of the rim, and the Vikings take back over.
And it's another quick possession for the Eagles. They didn't get much ball movement or go inside at all. Just another quick shot, so they're having trouble getting into that flow, and I'd like to see them take a little bit more time.
Blankenship tries to put up a shot. It's knocked away, but then stealing it right back is Frazier, and she puts it off the glass for 2 points. 24-20 now. But the Eagles back on the offense. Wide open shot there by Lindahl, and she makes it. Good counterattack there by the Eagles after giving up those 2 points. They take it right back with a beautiful play by Lindahl. Wide open under the glass. Berry coming back. Shot put up by Parsons, no good. Rebound, though, is grabbed and made by Sandman. Her first points of the game.
The past 2 possessions have been a shot by Ripley, good follow.
Ripley now gets her own rebound, but misses it the second time, then tries to get it again, couldn't put that one in, and Berry gets it back.
I was about to say, Emory's getting the last 2 possessions, they've gotten beat on that offensive rebound by the Vikings and given them multiple opportunities, and then they end up scoring down low.
Frazier battling tough with Ripley on the right wing, finally gets it out to Parsons. 10 seconds to shoot. Parsons top of the key, trying to drive in, kicks it out. 3 is put up by Blankenship. It's short, no good, and it will find its way out of bounds.